And good evening, viewers, and welcome to Hometown Cable's presentation of boys varsity soccer, coming to you from beautiful downtown Champlain at Northeastern Clinton Central School for tonight's Division I matchup between the Chiefs of Saranac Lake and the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. The Chiefs of Saranac. I apologize for that. But anyway, the Cougars are entertaining the Chiefs of Saranac this evening. This is the third game of the season for both teams. And the game is just underway here this beautiful evening, this Monday evening, September 20th, 2010. The Cougars with the first opportunities, and it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars as Marks watches it roll down over the end line. Take me just a moment or two to get the names of the Chiefs down for you, but there's a nice delivery into the box. It's headed by Robert, but Badger was right there to play that ball. That was a dangerous move by Patrick Robert to quite possibly he knew that he had that play in his bag, but plays like that sometimes surprise the keeper and can sneak by him. Patrick Robert doing what he thought was the correct defensive move and heading that ball out of harm's way and into the arms of his keeper. There's a move by Martindale to get the ball, try to get the ball past the defender. It's Letourneau on the defense. He sends it out for Marks. Marks pushes it up the wing for Davison, but it's intercepted by Chief player. Ball goes out of bounds off the Cougars, and it'll be a Saranac throw in. And that ball goes out of bounds again. It'll be another Saranac throw in. On the back line for the Chiefs, we've got number 9, Christopherson. There's a ball in the box. It's headed out by Logan Miller. I'll try to set these lineups for you here in just a little bit. Armstrong comes out, makes a nice, strong defensive play, gives it off for Carter. Carter lays it off for Davison, who's chipped up, kind of slides off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds. So Chiefs will counterattack here with a throw in. There's a nice header by Robert to the center of the field. This is a nice opportunity for the Chiefs. This is Patterson controlling. Davison takes it away from him, gives it up for Carter. Carter lays it off for Marks. Marks on the right wing, looking to take it wide. Sends it back in, but Carter overlaps him. Here's Carter with a service into the box. Badger's out to make the stab before Cooper can get ahead on it. He throws it out to Brown. Brown on the left wing, trying to beat Bedard. He does. Gives it into Martindale. He sends it into the center, but Letourneau's there to cut that off. Letourneau sends it over for Marks. Marks brings it over the midfield stripe. Sends it up for Carter. Carter can't control, and Kaiser is there to clear that out. Slow the momentum down. The Cougars will have a throw-in. Pretty brisk pace here in the first 3.5 minutes of the game. Both teams taking some early scoring opportunities. There's a nice ball into the box. It's headed by Brown. Chased down by Miller. Miller on the end line sends it out to the top of the 18. Skips by a Saranac defender. This is Davison. He lays it off for Harrigan, who blasts a shot over the goalpost. And it'll be a goal kick for the Chiefs. Badger puts that up towards the center line. Here's Martindale. He splits the defense, but Gay is able to break that up, and Letourneau Armstrong turns it back the other way. Mark sends it up to the front line, and Cooper gets called for being offsides. This is Harrigan. A little touch pass for Davison, goes off his heel, and the Chiefs capitalize on that. There's a ball into the box, but Rabideau's there. He punts that out towards the midfield stripe. Hits the ground, and Christopherson sends that right to the center of the field. Gets away from Davison. Over for Brown. Brown sends it back for Hamill. But the Cougars steal that, and there's a ball up the left wing for Davison, but a little bit too strong. And the Chiefs turn that back around to the center of the field. Marks controls, and he kicks it out of bounds. And we'll get a sub. Chiefs throw it in. Brown controls. He chips one up the wing for Martindale, but he overruns the ball, but he gets it back. Beats Letourneau. Takes it to the corner of the box. Puts across all the way across the goal mouth, and it goes out of bounds. Be a goal kick. There's a short kick that's picked off by Terry. He sends it back to the front line. Bedard breaks that up. Sends a pass out for Miller, but Miller gets set. Maintains control. Nice passing play by the Cougars. Cooper gets set, defended nicely there by Patterson to the back line. Cooper's still there. Miller tries to control, but gets it taken away. There's 4 Cougars there that converge on the ball. This is Davison. Tries to chip it past the back line, but doesn't. Here's Carter. He sends a weak shot to the end line. Marks overruns that, and the Chiefs defend. There's a ball that's set into space, and Armstrong comes back, sends it over for Letourneau. Letourneau over for Harrigan in the middle of the field. Harrigan tries to chip it over the back line, but that gets defended by one of the Chief defenders. This is Patterson. Harrigan sends it back for Bedard. Bedard, nice ball to the back line, but Cooper gets shielded off the ball by Christopherson. Nice defensive play, and Carter chips it over the head of the goaltender, but goes right across the goal mouth and doesn't go in. Badger come way off his line to cut down that play, and Carter was there first. Nice scoring opportunity for the Cougars. And here's a little bit of a defensive letdown, but Bedard comes back to cover up nicely. A little indecisiveness between 2 of the Cougar defenders, and the Chiefs almost had themselves a nice scoring opportunity there. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw in. We're just closing in on the 32-minute mark. Play in the first half. Still scoreless. There's a ball that's headed over the back line, but Agony's there to cut that off. Miller tries to maintain possession. Comes out for Davison in the middle of the field. He leaves it for Carter. Carter back for Davison. Davison dribbles into a bunch of red shirts, and Agony clears. Here's Gay. Gay sends a ball up the left wing, but no Cougar shirts there. The ball goes out of bounds. Be a white throw-in. Is this in color, Calvin? Can I say white and red?
Yep.
Okay. Not black and white?
Well, it depends on your TV.
Oh, I see. There's a nice throw into the box. That ball is loose, but Chiefs clear. Bedard gets beat by a nice play by Brown. Brown into the center of field with a little bit of space. No support. Now he's got Terry with him. Terry sends the ball in, but Armstrong is there to cut that off. Sends that a little bit long. Gets chipped back up to the front. Armstrong again clears. Gay takes a swing at it. Goes off the side of his foot. Here's an opportunity for the Chiefs. And that gets cleared away by Matt Letourneau before Martindale could get to it. It was going to be a pretty close play there with the goalie and Josh Rabideau and Jacob Martindale. But Letourneau decided that he better take it. That ball goes out of bounds. And all right, we're back to action here. Chiefs throw the ball in, but Bedard knocks that out of bounds. Chiefs trying to sustain some pressure here. There's a throw into the box. There's a new entrant into the game. That shot goes over the crossbar. That was number 18, Joe Tobin. just checked into the game and gets a left-footed shot from inside the box. It was at a pretty sharp angle and it went over the goalpost. That ball comes out to midfield. Erickson is there. It's left off for Davison. Davison tries to chip it over the top of the Chiefs. We're having a lot of boot ball here at this point. A lot of kicking things back and forth. Davison lets that slide back for Marks. Marks controls. Tries to get it for Davison, but that gets picked off. Send it into the middle for Letourneau. Letourneau tries to send it over for Harrigan, but a little miscommunication there. The ball bounces over to Jamie Davison on the left wing, who's wide open. He brings it down to the corner of the box, looking for somebody to pass to. Cuts back towards the center, puts a low shot on net, and Badger's there to scoop that up. Nice individual effort by Jamie Davison, but his shot from about 19 yards out didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it, and Badger had it covered pretty well. Ball goes out of bounds, be a Cougar throw in. There's going to be a charge on the Chiefs, so we get a set piece for the Cougars. Harrigan will get it started pretty quickly, and it bounces off the back of Cole Cooper. He lays it off for Miller. Miller gets his shot partially blocked, but Marks is there. Marks turns, gives it back for Carter. Left-footed shot goes off the side of his foot, and that's pretty harmless. This is Brown. He sends a nice ball up, but Letourneau is there to cut that off. Sends it over for Bedard. Bedard sends it back over to the other side. And Gay tries to clear, but Erickson is there. That ball will go out of bounds. We have subs for both sides. We're back into action. That ball's in the center of the field. Bedard comes up to challenge. It gets away from everybody. There's a ball that's in the box. Rabideau comes out, cuts that off. Harrigan has it bounce over his head. Cooper tries to get it past the back line, but Christofferson is there. This is Tobin. He sends it over for Kaiser. Kaiser takes it down the left wing, beats Thomas Bedard, cuts it towards the center. Tobin decides to take a shot. And Rabideau has to come out and scoop that up before a sliding John Brown comes in feet first. And Rabideau sends that out. Davison. This is Tobin with it. The Chiefs on the attack. There's a service back over to the other side, but Alex Davison is there. Sends it up for Carter. Carter tries to get it across the field. That's stopped by Christofferson. Here's Tobin trying to take it down the left side, but he gets a little bit too far ahead of him. McDonough with it. He sends a nice ball for Cooper. Cooper cuts towards the center, lays it off for Carter, but it's just behind him. Carter trying to beat his man. Agony does, sends a high shot over Badger's head. Gets a hand on it, pushes it up to the crossbar, and corrals the rebound. Nice scoring opportunity there for the Cougars, and Dylan Carter sends a nice high shot in, but Bill Badger just got a hand on it enough to force it up to the crossbar. There's a nice ball. This is coming in. Badger's coming out. He sends that back up. Davison can't control the hard kick, and the Chiefs control. This is Brown with it. Sends it into the middle. And there's a whistle on the play. And didn't see what happened, but must be the ball was out of bounds. Here's a high ball. Rabideau comes out and grabs that. That was Christofferson pounded that back in, trying to catch somebody off guard, but Rabideau had his eye on it all the way. There's a ball that's headed by Stickle, goes over the back line, and Kaiser's back there to corral that, turns it back the other way. Fast-moving first half, 24-35 to go in the first half. Still scoreless. I believe Cougars have the better of the scoring opportunities so far in this half. Agony turns and sends that one up to midfield. This is Gay that gives chase. And that ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Davison sends a long ball over the head of the defenders. Kaiser is there. He turns it around. Davison will track that down. And he gets the ball taken away from him, but Letourneau is there. He controls. Letourneau sends it back up for Davison. Davison waiting for the front line. Sends a nice ball in for Marks. And the whole team was offside. Badger will put the ball back in play. This is Armstrong. Davison. Davison sends it in for Carter. Carter has it bounce up off his body. Still controls. And I think he called a handball on that, but I'm not absolutely sure what the call was. Chiefs will put the ball in play. Sit back to the back line. Gay has a little hard time with it, and there's a shot by Brown. Rabbit will come out and scoop that up. The ball skips all the way back to Agony. He turns around, sends it up, but Davison is there. Davison tries to get it for Cooper, but it's cut off. Letourneau to Gay. Gay tries to send it up, gives it for Carter. I don't see how he could have been offside on that play, but he was. There. And we have a guest in the press box. Chiefs send the ball up to the front line, but the Thomas Bedard makes a nice play to slow that down. Davison turns and again sends one back behind the Chief defense, but Badger will watch it roll into the box and then pick that up. He sends it back out. Bedard is there. This is Tobin. Tobin retains possession. Looking to turn the corner. He does. Bedard maintains possession. And this is Harrigan. Harrigan sends it up for McDonough. McDonough in the center for Davison. Davison, nice move to retain possession. Chips that ball up. Here goes Carter with the speed. It taps by him just a little bit. Leaves it for McDonough. McDonough overruns it. This is Harrigan. Harrigan turns, and Agony makes a nice play to knock that out of bounds, so it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. Carter will take the kick, sends it into the box. Badger comes out and grabs it. His ball hits the ground. Bedard heads it back. He falls down. Chiefs with a bit of an advantage here. There's a nice stop by Rob Armstrong. Armstrong sends a nice ball down the right wing for McDonough. Sends him free. McDonough to the corner of the box. Puts a shot in front. That's defended by Agony. And Davison decides to try to get a pass in for Cooper in the center, but that gets broken up. Harrigan loses control. This is Tobin. Tobin sends it up for Brown. Brown tries to get it in the center, but Letourneau is there to turn that around the other way. Again, McDonough breaks loose down the right wing. Looking to get the cross. Beats his man, takes it to the end line. And okay, Badger will put the ball back in play. We got 19-20 to play in this scoreless first half. This is Alex Davison with it. He controls. So tries to send a pass in for Carter. Carter lets it slip off his foot. And again, Badger will come way out and take that one. Cougars have been able to sustain some pressure here, but they haven't really got any quality shots off in the last 8 or 10 minutes. This is Cooper. He sends it up. A little midfield play here. Harrigan tries to get it over for McDonough, but Martindale's there to take that away. He turns and sends a ball into the center. Alex Davison comes over, makes a nice play there to hustle to it. This is Jamie Davison, lays it off for Gay. Gay sends it up, but that gets headed away, but Cooper maintains control. Gives it back for Harrigan. Harrigan, nice ball in the center. This is McDonough in the foot race, but Agony comes over and cuts that ball off. Here's Harrigan, lines up to take the shot, and that's going to go wide of the net. Okay, Badger will put this ball back in play. And then we get a push on that play, so we'll have a restart for the Cougars right at midfield. Armstrong will put this ball in play. Nice chip to the 18, and that gets headed away by the Saranac defense. This is Marks working with Martindale. Martindale maintains possession. Sends it over to his right wing. That's number 10. I don't have a number 10. This is Bo LeDuc, a new entrance into the game for the Cougars. He leaves it for Jamie Davison. Davison on the corner of the box, looking for somebody to pass to. Tries to send one into LeDuc. Gets broken up by Agony. Sent back out, and that ball skips by Letourneau, and Martindale will send it down the right sideline, but it'll go out of bounds. But we don't have a 10 here, Calvin. Looked like he was a scratch. Said not here.
You got 2 5s, that help you?
Right. Luke Jenks. I'm going to call him Luke Jenks because that's the name that's on there. Said he wasn't here. Maybe he showed up late. Here's Davison in the box. Sends it across, but Miller can't get a foot on it. Badger comes out and makes a save. Nice defensive play there by Patterson to screen Logan Miller off of that ball. That was a nice delivery by Jamie Davison right across the goal mouth, and Miller wasn't able to get a foot on it. Nice defensive play by Micah Patterson. This is Hamill. What's that guy's name was? This is Letourneau. A little acrobatics there. All clean play. This is Marks with it. He's got, tell me what that guy's name is. Luke Jenks. Again, battle at the midfield. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in. Closing in on the 15 minutes to go in the first half. Still no score from Northeastern Clinton Central Schools Soccer Complex here in Champlain, New York. Happy to have you along. Hometown Cable's presentation of CVAC Boys Varsity Soccer. Letourneau will throw the ball in. Harrigan heads it into the center. Miller comes out with it. Lays it off for Harrigan. Harrigan sends the ball over to the right wing. McDonough is there. Sends it for Miller. Miller, a little bit of space. Back for McDonough. He's in the corner. McDonough puts a nice cross, and Davison gets a left-footed shot on it that goes just wide of the net. Nice play there by the Cougars to show a little nice touch pass, and Liam McDonough with a nice cross in the center. Davison just failed to finish. Cougars with definitely the better of the scoring opportunities here of late. There's a ball that skips by Marks and goes up for Brown. Brown lays it off and sends back up, but Letourneau is there. The ball was sent just a little bit too far, and Letourneau is there to take care of that. We're going to have a The Chief throw in. This is McDonough. McDonough tries to chip it up for Davison. Davison controls. Still has it. Brings it into the box. Terry comes around, makes a nice defensive play, and sends it out of bounds. Would it be a Cougar throw in deep in the zone? And Matt Letourneau would take this throw. He's got a nice big long throw. Works like a corner kick. Get it right in the box. They got a nice goal down in Plattsburgh off of one of his throw-ins. That ball is in the box. And it skips back, and Davison gets ahead on it, but goes over the end line, and that'll be a goal kick for the Chiefs.
Remind you again. Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
Is that Peru or was that?
It's Peru, yeah. 4:30 will be on the other field for JV and 5:30 here.
Okay.
Great.
Okay?
Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem.
Okay, thanks, Josh.
We always like to have that information. I didn't know it. And my daughter's on the team.
Yeah, no.
I would have been the last to know. There's a nice throw up for Jamie Davison. He's free in the box. There's a nice defensive play by, I believe that's James Leduc in the game now. Martindale gives chase. He tries to save it. It goes over the sideline. Bedard throws it in. This is Harrigan battling for it. That goes out of bounds. That'll be a Saranac throw in. It goes out of bounds. Cougars will throw it in. There's a nice throw. Gets by the defense, but Christofferson is there to turn that around, and Leduc gets a foot on it. This is Brown battling against Letourneau. Tries to chip it forward, but Armstrong is there to break that up. And we've got a foul on the play, so it looks like it'll be a restart the other way for the Cougars. There's a ball that's sent into the middle. Miller heads it over for Davison. Davison looking to get a shot off. Can't. There's a blast that gets knocked off the head of a Saranac defender. I don't even think he saw it. But Dylan Carter put a nice shot on goal that, Jamie Davison put a shot on goal that bounced off the head of a Saranac defender. So give them credit. That's a nice play. On the defense, here's Miller. Miller sends the ball into the box. Davison is there. He knocks it right into the face of Bill Badger, and it rolls out. And I believe that was McDonough probably that had a crack at it and sends it high over the goal. That ball rolls out of bounds. Again, the Cougars with some good pressure here. This is Davison. Davison tries to chip it by, but no support there from his teammates. This is Hamill with it. Hamill sends the ball into the center, but McDonough's there to break that up. Skips back to Terry, who sends it forward. And this is Miller. Miller gets it by Terry. He's got Leduc with him. Tries to get it to the corner for Leduc, but Christofferson is there. Gets it back for Miller. Miller in the center, and McDonough lets that ball get away from him. There's a nice defensive play by Thomas Bedard. That's number 15, Cameron Kaiser. First time we called his name, and we got a sub. Kaiser will throw the ball in. Bedard comes up to make the play. This is Marks with it. Marks for Harrigan. Harrigan turns and sends the ball up to the right wing, but apparently Davison was offside. This is Leduc. Sends it up. Miller controls. Leaves it for Harrigan. Harrigan back for Miller. Miller gets by a defender and chips it off. Gets knocked out of bounds, so it'll be a Cougar throw in. Guess not. This is Davison with it. He gets that knocked away from him. Carter maintains possession, but there's a nice defensive play by Stickle. And Stickle sends the ball up, and we have a charge on the play, so the Chiefs will get a restart. Leduc will put it in play. Puts a foot on it. Tries to get it up for Martindale, but it's broken up by the Cougars. But there's a blast by number 7, Kyle Erickson, that Josh Rabideau watches sail over the post. A goal kick for the Cougars. Saranac with a little bit of pressure. And Martindale goes down. The ball goes out of bounds. Be a Chiefs throw-in. This is Tobin. The ball gets headed back. And Gay is there. But Martindale, I believe it is, able to get a shot off. Not sure who that was. Nowhere near the goal, so I believe it was Hamill, actually, that got his foot on that one. Again, a lot of midfield play. There's a ball that's knocked down right to Jamie Davison. Davison chips it over to the left wing for Marks. Marks controls. Sends it over for McDonough. McDonough beats his man, takes it down the wing. Again, cuts in, sends the ball back. This is Carter, the edge of the box. He takes it down to the end line. He turns around, sends it across into the middle. Miller gets a head on it, but that was pretty weak, and Badger comes out and scoops that up. Here's Martindale. Lays it over, but no offensive player there. And the Cougars maintain possession. This is Marks with it. He tries to get it up for Davison. Davison makes a nice little move there, but then gets the ball taken away from him. Here's Harrigan. Harrigan, he's got some space, and leaves it off for Davison, who was zigging when Harrigan was zagging. This is Armstrong. Armstrong watches it go out of bounds. It'll be a Chief throw-in. Back to action here. Cougars maintain possession. This is McDonough with it. McDonough looking for some space. Miller saves it, sends it back for Harrigan. Harrigan tries to send it over, but it gets knocked off of of Patterson. Harrigan sends it down for Miller. Miller gets by his defender. Miller sends a left-footed cross into the box. It's headed out. Harrigan tries to get it back in. Here's Davison, lays it off for Carter. Carter with some room. He's going to rip a shot, but he didn't get much wood on that, and we're going to get a push on that. So here's a set piece for the Cougars. Armstrong will take this. We get 4:20 in the first half. Here's a ball in for Marks. Marks sends it wide of the net. Nice play there by the Cougars to set up Bobby Marks in the box, but he puts a left-footed shot past the post. Letourneau gives it for McDonough. McDonough to Harrigan. Harrigan chips over the head of Agony. Carter. And Carter's going to get called for the push. Agony with hands up, and the trailing official decided that wasn't going to happen. There's a ball in the center, controlled by the Cougars. Bedard knocks that ball down. Marks sends it up for Gay. Gay a little bit too far away from him. Rabideau comes out and scoops up that long clear by Robert. And we'll have a foul on the Chiefs. So Armstrong once again will put this in play. Just under 3 minutes to play in the first half. There's a nice ball into the box. Badger comes out and grabs that before any of the Cougars can get to it. Badgers had a pretty solid night back there in the goal. This is Letourneau battling against Brown. Leaves it off for Gay. Again, McDonough. And McDonough will get called for the trip. And he's down. And he gets back up, so play will resume. There's a ball into the box. Badger comes out and grabs a hold of that. Sends it back the other way.
2 minutes.
As you may have heard by the public address announcer, 2 minutes to go in the first half.
I heard it.
Did you hear it, Calvin?
I heard it.
And hold on, we got a stoppage in play. And looks like Logan Miller's going to draw a yellow card. Didn't see what happened. Had a little discussion out in the Jamie Davison and Jamie Labarge are having a little discussion over what exactly went down, but I got a feeling that he's not going to win the argument, and Miller's going to have to go off with a yellow card. So the Chiefs are going to get a restart here. Ball's in the box, and Rabideau comes out and makes a save. So Stickle puts a ball in the box, but Rabideau came out and picked that up without any problem. This is Marks with it. I'm sorry, Tremblay. McDonough leaves it off for Harrigan. Harrigan looking for a little bit of space. Sends it over for Bedard. Hustle play, and he can't control it. Goes out of bounds. We got a minute 10 to go in the first half. Chiefs are subbing. Chiefs will throw it in. And we got a push on that play. So with the clock winding down here in the first half, the Chiefs will get another restart here just inside of midfield. This is Stickle who put that last one in the box, but no red shirts around. Sends that one in, and Davison clears. Brings it out towards midfield. Ball is sent up for Carter, but goes back and is defended nicely there.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, exciting last 10 seconds of that first half. We ball bounced around quite a bit there in the box. Badger came out and made a nice save, and we've got a couple bodies laying on the field. So I think both teams are laying it on the line here, trying to get that first goal. But we're all tied after 40 minutes of play here in Champlain, New York. So. And we're back, folks, for the start of the second half of this CVAC Boys Varsity Soccer match, coming to you from Champlain, New York on this Monday evening, September 20th, 2010. It's the Chiefs of Saranac visiting the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. No score in the first half, and getting started here in the second half, sort of how we left it in the first half. The Cougars with the better of the scoring opportunities. Dylan Carter collects that ball at about 35 yards out, sends a shot over the crossbar. Not much of a threat there. This is Harrigan with it. Harrigan sends it over for Marks. Marks for Harrigan. Harrigan controls, sends a ball into the corner for Carter. Carter will turn, send a nice cross in, and there's a header by Logan Miller that goes well over the crossbar, but a nice, well-designed play there by the Cougars to deliver that ball into the box where Logan Miller got his head on it, but sailed over the crossbar. So early action here for the Cougars. Badger sends that ball up. Harrigan once again controls. And McDonough, he gathers that up. Takes it over to the right side. Beats his man. Gets it back into the center. Sends a ball down for Davison. Davison tries to brings it back into the middle. He's still controlling. Sends it over for Harrigan. Harrigan. Back for Armstrong. Armstrong sends it up for Carter, but Carter slips by him, and Gay comes up and collects that. This is Marks with it. Marks tries to get it by his defender, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a Cougar throw-in. Letourneau, that big long throw-in. Sends it into the box. It's headed over. Here's McDonough with it in the box, but Agony comes out, makes a nice defensive play there. Bedard gives chase, and it'll go out of bounds. Bedard will throw that in. That goes by everybody. This is Davison. Davison chips up. This is Carter in the box. He controls. He gets it by Badger and blows a shot over the net. Had a wide open net, but once again can't finish. So the Cougars been having some, certainly having some difficulty getting the ball into the strings in the back of the net. Dylan Carter made a nice move to break himself free in the box, and he beats the Saranac goalkeeper, but can't finish the deal. This is Martindale. He sends the ball to the back line, but Letourneau's first there. He turns, sends it up, but it goes out of bounds. Come the Chiefs back the other way with some pressure of their own. Harrigan once again tries to get it for Marks. Marks controls. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a Cougar throw-in. There's a chip back to past the back line. Marks gives chase, and the ball. I'm sorry, Carter gives chase, and the ball goes out of bounds. A Cougar throw-in. Here's Letourneau with it. Letourneau over for Harrigan. Harrigan sends the ball, goes off a defender. Badger comes out and keeps that from going over the end line. Would have been a corner kick, so he comes out and saves that from being a corner kick. There's a long punt by Bill Badger, defended nicely by Rob Armstrong. Armstrong with Brown on him. Armstrong controls, goes out of bounds. Be a Chiefs throw-in. Bedard controls. This is Terry. Gives it back for Brown. Brown looking for some space. Gay has it slip off his foot, but Letourneau is there. Gay controls. Tries to send it up for Davison, but he can't get to it. Miller taps it for Davison. Davison has it. And we've got a foul on the play, so it'll be a restart for the Cougars right at midfield. Armstrong sends that ball deep. It gets headed away by a Saranac defender. This is Martindale. Gets that knocked away. Harrigan has it go out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw in. Here's Harrigan and Robert fighting for it. There's a nice defensive play by Letourneau, but we're going to have a trip on that play. So once again, the Cougars will have a restart inside their midfield stripe. Closing in on 34-40 to play in the second half. There's a nice chip into the box. The ball is loose. Marks controls but can't get a shot. Badger came off his line to make that play but didn't control it. Ball is still in. Marks can't control. And, oh, I see, it was out of bounds before that. Here's Carter with a loose ball in the box, but it's defended by Agony. Harrigan rips a shot, goes through everybody. Went through the legs of two Saranac defenders. Unfortunately, it wasn't anywhere near the goal, and rolls over the end line harmlessly for a goal kick. Badger will put the ball in play. He's Gay. He and Kaiser are having a little kickball match here. Harrigan sends it over for Marks. Marks coming down the right wing. He's got quite a bit of space there. He turns and sends the ball into the box. Badger comes out and scoops that up without a problem. Throws it out for Brown. Brown with Bedard guarding him, and that goes out of bounds and slows that rush down. And the Chiefs will have a throw in. Armstrong. Come the Chiefs back the other way. What's up? Oh, I saw him. Here's a break for Carter. Agony with a nice defensive play. Shields Carter off the ball, and Badger comes out and makes the stop. Good pressure there by the Cougars, but the Chiefs defense prevails on that one. Come the Chiefs back the other way, and Gay turns that around. Harrigan drops it off for Nick Gay. Nick trying to bring it up the right sideline, gets knocked out of bounds. There's a throw in. It goes up the sideline and goes back the other way. Chiefs maintain the pressure, and the ball goes out of bounds. This is Marks trying to turn, gets the ball taken away from him. Carter can't control, and Stickle turns it back the other way. This is Brown, and ball comes up for Harrigan. Harrigan sends it up for Marks. Nice ball for Marks. The Cougars have numbers. This is Carter with it on the right side. He turns and sends across into the box. It's headed away by a Chiefs defender. Harrigan is there to corral that. Turns around. He turns. He's got Terry on him. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be another Cougar throw in. And Letourneau will take this one. Letourneau with the big long throw into the box. And it gets headed back the other way. Agony gives chase. He's there, and he sends it out of bounds, so it'll be another throw in. Letourneau again will take the long throw in. Again, into the box. Gets headed by Davison. Nice stop by Badger. Nice header by Jamie Davison, but Bill Badger again comes out and makes that save. The ball hits the ground. Armstrong defends. Marks is there with Jenks on him. And that ball gets past Kaiser. And Carter is there. He's got Agony after him. Agony makes a nice defensive play and takes the ball away. Travis Agony with a excellent defensive play there to stop the speedy Dylan Carter from breaking in all by himself. That's why they put your good athletes in the back like that. Travis Agony showing that he's got speed and athleticism to stay with one of the fastest guys in the league. Letourneau will throw it in once again. Chiefs control. Harrigan saves it. And he goes down. And they'll call a trip on that. Cougars will get another restart. Armstrong sends the ball to the back line. Harrigan is there. He takes a shot, goes across the mouth of the goal, but Badger grabs it, loses the handle for just a second, but nobody was able to converge on that one. Bill Badger, again, coming up big for the Chiefs in the goal. Nice scoring opportunity there for the Cougars. Sean Harrigan rips a shot from about 15 yards out to the far post. Badger made a nice stop. So once again, we'll restart. This is Armstrong, sends it up. Carter lets it slip by him, and the Chiefs defend. This is Brown and Martindale converge on it. Letourneau comes away with it. That gets stopped by Erickson. This is Carter. Carter sends it into the corner for Marks. Marks looking to turn. And defended there by Jenks. Again, Letourneau with the long throw in. No, this will come to Matt Letourneau. Marks gets by his defender. Sends across into the box. McDonough is there but can't get a shot. Armstrong runs right past it. This will be Brown. Brown turns around and sends a ball up the right wing, but no one there but Nick Gay. Nick Gay watches it roll out of bounds, so the Cougars will throw it back this way. This is Erickson with it. He watches it go out of bounds. And we got subs. Chiefs will throw the ball in. Goes over the head of everyone. Letourneau is there. And he goes down, and Chiefs will get called for a push. Gay gets the ball back this way. Harrigan saves it. Sends it over for Carter, and he'll watch it go out of bounds. And McDonough goes down, but no whistle there. Rabideau come off his line to come out and scoop this one up. So Martindale sends a ball up to the 18, but nobody there to grab that. It's really the only offensive series that the Chiefs have been able to muster so far in the first 15, 14 some odd minutes of the second half. And ball apparently still in play. Now it goes out of bounds. Cougars throw it in. And goes out of bounds again. Cougars doing everything but getting the ball behind Bill Badger. He's kept them in this game. Their back line and the goalkeeping of Badger have been outstanding so far. Here's a shot by Dylan Carter. He rips it to the corner, and that goes over the end line. So that'll be a goal kick for the Chiefs. Not sure if that was within 6 inches of the goalpost or not, but I'll mark it down as a shot.
Close enough.
I believe so. This is Gay. He sends a nice ball in for Carter. Carter once again has the goalie beat, but can't get a shot on net. Badger puts his hand up. I don't think that ball was going to go in anyway, but Badger put his hand up and deflected it away from an angle that would have been anywhere near the goal. Nice ball by Nick Gay to send Carter in alone against Badger, but once again, Bill Badger gets the better of that situation. There's a ball that's loose in the box, but Armstrong gets it by his defender, or his attacker. Sends it up for Harrigan. Here comes the Cougars again on the offense. And Harrigan waits on that one. He had a nice opportunity to spring Carter in the center, but decided not to. And There's Martindale. He sends a ball down. No one there but Matt Letourneau. Matt trying to get it by his attacker. This is Tobin with it. Tobin will take it to the end line. Letourneau is there, and it'll go out of bounds. Be a Chiefs throw in. Yep, it'll be a Chiefs throw in. There's Martindale. Tries to leave it for Erickson. There's a ball in the box. This is Martindale with it. The ball's loose, and McDonough comes away with it. Nice defense by McDonough. Martindale pushes him off the ball. No whistle there, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Chiefs throw in. And there's a shot by number 8, James Leduc, that goes over the end line harmlessly. So Saranac with a little sustained pressure here in the last 45 seconds or so, and we got some substitutions coming in for both sides. Cougars put the ball in play. And this is Cole Cooper with it, just coming off the bench. And ball go out of bounds. Bedard sends the throw up, gets defended by Christopherson. There's a nice chip up for Cooper, who can't control the ball, and gets sent back the other way. Bedard is there to knock it down. And the Chiefs control. There's a ball that was sent for Martindale, but he went one way and the ball went the other, and Rabideau comes off his line to take care of that one. There's a ball, it's at midfield. Tremblay sends it over for Tobin. That ball gets by everybody. Gay is there, sends it back the other way. And that's going to skip out of bounds. Be a Chiefs throw in. 21-25 to go in the second half. McDonough sends it up for Davison. Davison's got 2 offensive players there. Sends one into the box. Agony's there to cut that down. And he turns it around the other way. And it goes back for Christopherson, who knocks it out of bounds. Cougar. This is Armstrong with it. Sends it in the middle, but nobody's there. Letourneau. Over for Gay. Gay sends it up in the middle. It's picked off by Erickson. Erickson looking for somebody to pass to. Bedard steps in front of that one. And this is Kaiser with it down the left side. Again, Bedard defending. Turns and sends it up for McDonough. McDonough is there. He gets it up for Cooper, but Stickle steps in front of him. Here's Harrigan, gets sandwiched between 2 Chiefs, and we get a whistle. Armstrong sends it to the back line. Agony lets it bounce. Heads it over the head of Cooper. And McDonough goes out to play that, but Leduc is there to turn it around. Gay sends a long ball. That's going to go off the head of Travis Agony, and Badger will come out and scoop that up. Chiefs control. And Bedard kicks it over for Gay. Gay once again sends the ball up to the front. Tremblay watches it go over his head. And Tobin gives chase and will go out of bounds. Gay will throw it in. Sends it down the line. Cooper's there. Tobin has it. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a Cougar throw in. And we got subs. Once again, Letourneau with that long throw in. It's in the box. Cooper heads it, and then it'll go over the end line. So apparently went off of a Chiefs defender, so it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. There's a nice header by Letourneau. And Badger makes a nice save on that one. Cougars can't control that one. The ball's loose in the or scrambled around in midfield. Chiefs try to capitalize on that, but Harrigan sends a ball back to the box, and Christofferson comes across and clears it out before it gets a chance to roll back to Badger. Cougars putting on all kinds of pressure here. Here's Harrigan. He's got it, sends a ball over. Miller tries to get, or Leduc tries to get a head on it and gets defended there. Once again, the ball is loose in the box, but it's cleared out by a Saranac defender. Here's Bedard with it, and he can't do anything. Letourneau goes over for Marks. Marks for Harrigan. Harrigan chips it up for Tremblay. Tremblay in the box. And again, Badger comes up big. Nice defensive play there by, I believe that was number 18, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Armstrong. He turns and sends it back the other way. I'm sorry, that was Kaiser. Number 15, Cameron Kaiser, made a made a nice defensive play down there on hard charging Avery Tremblay. He's trying to scoop up that loose ball. Okay, this is Brown. Brown sends a long shot. It goes well wide of the net. Rabbity watches that one sail across. Here's Gay. Sends it up for Cooper. Cooper and Tremblay. Tremblay sends it for Cooper. Cooper back to the center. This is Leduc. Leduc tries to get a shot off, but it's defended by Agony. Nice play by the Cougars to at least have an opportunity in the box, but Bo Leduc couldn't get a foot on it, and Travis Agony comes up and takes care of all that. It's again Christofferson. Armstrong chips it to the front line. And the ball just kind of bounces around. This is Harrigan again up to the front line, but the Saranac defense is packed in there pretty tight, so it's a little hard to get any breathing room whatsoever, and that ball just drifts over the corner of the goalpost, so they'll settle for a goal kick here. Rolling up on the 15-minute mark here to play in the second half. Marks gets a deflection. Cooper can't control. Agony comes and sends that back up to the midfield area. This is Bedard. He sends it over for Harrigan. Harrigan beats his man. Sends a ball over for Tremblay, but Kaiser's there, and he clears it out, sends it over the end line, or the sideline. We're back on, and here at the 14-minute mark to play in the first half. Coach Hawksby puts his starting line back in to see if we can generate some offense, and there's an opportunity for the Cougars, but once again Miller can't get a very good shot off, and Badger comes away and scoops it up. This is Armstrong. Sends it over for Marks. Marks gives it for Harrigan. Harrigan. And Harrigan will go down, so we'll have a set piece for the Cougars. About 25 yards out. Armstrong sends that to the corner of the box, goes a little bit long, and Miller controls. Still in, sends it back for McDonough. McDonough makes a nice move to beat his man. He goes down. Miller sends a cross into the box. Badger knocks it down and makes a nice save. And he sends the ball along, and Terry's there giving chase, but the Cougars converge on that. There's a ball that rolls harmlessly over the end line. Saranac controls this ball. And there's a play by Rob Armstrong to head the ball back to his keeper. Rabideau came out a little bit fast, and Armstrong headed that a little stronger than I think everybody thought he should have. And here's McDonough trying to get it by Hamill. The Cougars control. Miller sends it in for Carter. Carter has it slip over his head, but Marks is there. He controls. Leduc goes down. Marks still has the ball. Takes it into the corner. Gets by his defender, brings it into the box, slips a pass over for Carter that he can't get a shot off. You got about 10 red shirts in the box every time the Cougars get down there. It's a little hard to get any room. And that ball skips back to Terry. But the Cougar defense is quick to get back. Here's Brown with it. Letourneau breaks that up, and Gay has it slide off the side of his foot. McDonough is there, and he loses it. Here's Brown. Brown sends it up for Martindale. Martindale makes a good run down the right side. He turns and launches a shot that's nowhere near the goal. So. This is Miller with it. Miller sends it over, and Gay will look for somebody to pass to. Sends it up to the front line, but that gets broken up. There's another chip over to the right side. Martindale gives chase. He and Letourneau battle for it. And ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. Davison sends a ball to the back line. Kaiser gives chase. Badger comes out, but Kaiser turns it back around the other way. Here's Gay once again. Sends it over for Davison. Davison for Marks. Marks leaves it for Harrigan. Harrigan sends a ball into the box, a dangerous one. Miller is there, but it gets broken up by Christofferson. This is Miller again. He has control. When it goes out of bounds, it'll be a Saranac throw in. We got subs. There's a ball. It's in the center of the field. This is Leduc. And we got a foul on the Chiefs, so we get a restart right at midfield for the Cougars. Armstrong sends a ball into the box. This is Carter, and he gets a shot, and Badger makes a great save on that one. Logan Miller comes in to get a rebound, and he can't do anything with that. That was the stop of the day for Badger. I think Carter pretty much thought he had that one in the bag, wasn't going to misfire on 3 easy opportunities, but Badger made a great save on that one. No, unquestionably the best scoring opportunity of the night for the Cougars, and Badger came up huge on that one and on the rebound shot that Logan Miller blasted from about 12 yards out. Once he made that, once again made a great save there. So give Bill Badger credit for Two really stellar saves here in that last rush by the Cougars. Here's a ball again in the box. It's loose. Davison turns and sends that one way over the crossbar. Ball down and really test the mettle of this Saranac defense. But I'll tell you what, they pack all those red shirts in the box. It's difficult to get any space at all. But Dylan Carter had some there. Here he goes again. He gets sprung here. And Badger makes another fine stop. And now we've got a problem here. I'm not sure what we got, but whatever it is, the Cougars look like they're going to get a free kick outside the 18. So we got closing in on the 6:50 mark here, and the Cougars got a shot. We'll have a direct kick about 20 yards out. And that shot gets deflected wide off the wall, but the Cougars maintain possession. This is Letourneau with it. This is Harrigan. Harrigan takes a shot. Badger's there. Left-footed shot from about 30 yards out. Didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it, and Badger able to take care of that one without a problem. Here come the Chiefs back the other way, but the Cougars break that up fairly easily. Harrigan in the center of the field. Has Davison. Davison, another chip for Carter. Hits him in the back. Badger comes out and covers that up. Carter goes down. And he's a little slow to get up. Ball to the back line for the and we got a stoppage in play. We got a injured player. So we're back underway after the brief injury timeout. This is Cooper with it. Sends it back for Harrigan. Harrigan, he controls, gets a shot off, and that goes wide of the net. Chiefs dodged another bullet there. That gets deflected wide, apparently. So the Cougars will have another corner kick. There's a ball sent in the box, goes by everybody. That's loose, but gets defended out by Chiefs defender. This is Harrigan, sends it back into the box, but that gets cleared out. Harrigan again. Tries to send it down for Marks, but Brown is there. Harrigan sends it down to the end line. And that's going to be a trip, so we're going to have a stoppage of play here. It looks like referee Labarge is going to hand out his second yellow card of the night. And it's going to go to James Leduc. So with 4:38 showing on the clock, the Cougars will have a direct kick just outside the box here, way down on the left side of the field. And Rob Armstrong will chip this up to play it somewhat like a corner kick. He's going to try to free up one of his white shirts in the box and see if they can't possibly get something by Bill Badger. That's been a hard act tonight. So there's the chip. It's in the box, and it's headed wide by Cole Cooper. Nice opportunity there for the Cougars, and Cooper heads it just wide of the net. Marks has it skip over his foot. This is Brown, sends Martindale down, but Letourneau is there to cut that off. Letourneau gets beat by Martindale. Martindale sends across into the box. Rabideau comes out and tips it just enough, and the hard-charging Chief down that left side got a shot off, but way top. That was Micah Patterson coming in from the left side, got a foot on it, but it was well over the goal. So a little defensive breakdown there for the Cougars, and really the only scoring opportunity that the Chiefs have had this second half. Again, here's Martindale. Gay's on him. Gay turns it, sends it back up the other way. This is Cooper. He and Terry are battling for it. Cooper comes up with it, sends a nice ball for Davison. Davison's got Agony on him, sends Cooper down the right side. Cooper turns the corner, Agony shoves him down, the ball rolls out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick. Here's Marks, sends one into the box, but it's defended there by Terry. Gay sends it in for Marks. Marks gets it knocked away by Terry. Terry sends Martindale, but he's offside. Closing in on the at the 2:45 mark here. Yeah. Armstrong will get this one going. Brown jumps up in the air and blocks the kick, but doesn't amount to much. It comes over the other way, goes out of bounds, and Cougars will throw it in. Here's a ball that's in the box, goes over the head of Agony. Harrigan can't handle it. There's a ball to the back line. Martindale's the first one there. Goes back for Harrigan.
2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining in the game. I'm sorry, in regulation time. This is Brown with it. Looking to turn. Leaves it off for Tobin. Goes back, and Armstrong is there. He sends it back the other way. And Armstrong loses control of it. This is Erickson. Erickson tries to send it in the box for Brown. Goes over Letourneau. Letourneau is still there, though. He retains possession of it. Sends it into the middle. Chiefs would put some pressure on here. You have to get a shot off, but they've been certainly putting some pressure on. Here's Martindale. Chips one up for Brown. Brown. He goes down on the ground. And he sends it back, and Erickson is there to help. He slides, ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a Cougar throw-in. We're just under a minute to play here in regulation. Letourneau sends it up for Cooper, but he can't handle it. Ball goes up in the air, hits the ground. Marks is there. He sends Cooper down the left side. Terry's there. Cooper knocks it loose, and it's going to roll over the end line, and we're down to 30 seconds left. Chiefs will put it in play. Badger gets one out to midfield. McDonough heads that down. There's a ball that's sent to the back. Agony sends that forward. Down to 15 seconds to play in reg.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it for regulation time here at the Northeastern Clinton Sports Complex. It's Monday evening, September 20th, after 80 minutes of play. The teams are knotted, so as we've seen so far in the first two games of the Cougars played this year, we got a 10-minute golden goal overtimes, and anybody, the first goal to go in either one of those 10 periods, and the game is over. If nobody scores after those two 10-minute overtime periods, then it goes in the book as a tie. It doesn't happen. Oops. Okay. Calvin gave me the signal to start talking, and I turned the clock on. Tell you, here's Jamie Davison, brings it down the center. This is we're in overtime, folks, here in the this CVAC Division I boys varsity soccer matchup between the visiting Chiefs of Saranac and the hometown Cougars of Northeastern Clinton. And boy, Matt Letourneau watches that ball roll into the box. Josh Rabideau comes out and picks it up. So we are in overtime. It's golden goal. First one to score wins. We play 2 10-minute periods. If nobody scores in those 2 10-minute periods, it goes down as a tie. This is Harrigan. He waits for it, and Patterson takes it away, kicks it back to the back line. Letourneau sends it up, but Terry's there. This is Martindale. He can't get past Letourneau. Letourneau sends it up for Marks. Marks has to go by him. Patterson is there, and that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a push on the Chiefs, so we've got a restart for the Cougars. Armstrong will take this kick. He sends it up, and it gets headed back around by Erickson, and this ball gets sent up for Martindale. Armstrong is there. Letourneau gathers up that loose ball, switches fields over to the right side. Miller on his horse catches up with it, turns and sends across. It goes off a Chiefs defender, so it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. This is Harrigan. Nice ball into the box. Letourneau heads it, gets knocked down there, but here's Cooper gets a shot off, but it's that's defended by Stickle, and it'll go out of bounds. And Harrigan will wait for Matt Letourneau to use that big long throw in once again. 7:40 to play in the first overtime. Letourneau, big long throw in, sends that into the box. There's a mad scramble. It goes over the head, and it's in the goal. Logan Miller with the finish on that one finally, after the several opportunities for the Cougars on plays where Bill Badger has come out to make the stop, and this one goes over his head, and the Cougars finally capitalize.
Say good night.
So that's the way it was here from Champlain, New York. Thank you for watching Hometown Cable, Hometown Television, television worth your support.